Australia hosts a diverse range of ecosystems, from marine to desert. Deserts around the world play a positive and important role for humans, animals, and the environment. Australia is globally renowned for the outback, understandably so, with 35% of the country classified as desert and 70% arid or semi-arid. These qualities make Australia the driest inhabited continent on Earth, although only 5% of the human population live in desert regions. Deserts in Australia add considerable biodiversity, unique flora and fauna that have managed to adapt to harsh conditions. Deserts also function as a carbon sink, incredibly important in the current situation of global warming. Deserts work in conjunction with every other aspect of the natural world to allow its effective function in maintaining ecological balance, both nationwide and globally. Conservation of the desert is difficult since it is such a large-scale operation, constantly affected by movement of resources, fluctuation of water supply, fire regimes, and a widespread invasion of weeds and pests.
The food chain is a fragile yet complicated system. Here in Australia, the food chain has been disrupted by many invasive species. These species, such as the cane toad, feral pig, feral rabbit, and camel, pose a threat to their specific ecosystem. In the desert, where resources are already scarce, any invasion can have devastating effects. The most notorious invasive species is the feral cat. Cats are very agile predators and they pose a risk to many native species. There are approximately 18 million feral cats roaming Australia. They have already caused extinction to several small mammals, while still threatening the existence to over 100 native species, specifically small ground-dwelling animals such as the bilby.
Not only are bilbies an Easter icon in Australia, but they are also an essential staple in the desert food chain, being one of the main sources of prey for top predators such as the wedge-tailed eagle, carpet python, and monitor lizard. The feral cats also carry a parasite called toxoplasmosis that is deadly to the bilby population. While feral cats only shed the parasite for about 2 weeks, in that time more than 20 million parasites are released in their feces, which contaminates water, soil, and food that bilbies need to survive. So while feral cats are only killing off a small amount of the bilby population through hunting, studies have shown that marsupials in areas where feral cats may roam are 14 times more likely to be infected than areas without feral cats. Therefore, the bilby population is shrinking at an incredibly fast rate and are now one of the most critically endangered animals in Australia. Researchers have recently discovered that a live vaccine called S48 Toxovax, which was originally used on sheep, inhibits the sexual development of the toxoplasmosis parasite in feral cats and prevents it from spreading.
Our plan to reduce the risk of exposure to toxoplasmosis is to catch the feral cats, inject them with the vaccination, and release them back into the wild. Slowly, as the feral cats repopulate, the more cats will become immune and eventually eliminate the spread of toxoplasmosis. As the spread of the parasite diminishes, the bilbies will have less exposure to the infection, allowing them to repopulate.
With this plan in motion, the bilby population should return to its normal healthy size within several generations, and thus restoring the stability of the desert food chain.